What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Shuggy from Sugar Earth Gaming, and today we are doing Alone in the Dark yet again. I'm going to attempt a speed run, not a real speed run. I'm not going for a world record here, but there is an achievement in this game that is a secret achievement for finishing the game in under 3 hours. I believe it's called I Don't God All Night or something like that. So I have yet to get this one, and we're gonna go for it here. And I think it sounds a lot more generous than it is. If you know all the passcodes and all the save combinations and all that in advance, and you just sprint past every enemy, skip every cutscene, you should be able to get this done pretty quickly. I think under 2 hours would be pretty realistic for this, because it's not that big of a game if you're not exploring all the nooks and crannies and you're running past a lot of enemies. So that's what we're going to be doing today, and of course we're going to be playing on easy mode, so I'm going to focus on the game here, so I'm not going to be commenting on every little thing, but I will definitely try to give hints as I can. So we're going to start a new game on easy mode. Now I will be picking Emily for this playthrough, and the main reason for that is her special segment. There's a segment related to each character's backstory. Her segment is a little bit shorter, and also you have a part you can kind of skip where there is basically a key that you have to get from the therapist's office. And you don't have to get that as Emily because you go straight from her flashback to the basement. So you don't need the basement key. So that will actually shave off a couple minutes of your time. And also, just a brief mention here, there are some collectibles that unlock secret endings of the game. So you're going to want to get at least one of these. There are two endings that you can use. The Heartwood Curse is one that gives you a special ending. And there's also this ending here. These are two secret endings that let you skip the final boss fight, so that'll save 5 minutes of your time, game time. Now, one thing you want to keep in mind here is that anytime you have the game paused, it actually keeps the timer going, so you cannot just leave the game paused and expect to win this. You're going to have to, if you want to take a break, you got to quit out to the menu and load back in that way. So that is something you have to keep in mind here. So the other thing is looking at the map and looking at the inventory. All that stuff will take up time for your game. So that's just really the basic tips for what you need. And we're going to be trying to run past a ton of enemies. So I'm going to grab some items as we go. I'm also, just for the fun of it, going to attempt the health thing here where you try to beat the game without any health items. That is an achievement as well. So I'm going to attempt that. I'm not going to focus on that. I'm probably going to have to do a second run for that. But we're going to see how long I can go without using any health items. Obviously, the priority here is just speed running. So I'm not going to worry about that too much. As you can see, we got the special deluxe edition here, where I have the character from the first game, the pixelated version of Emily, so I think it's fun. And this is like my third playthrough, so, you know, why not? I did listen to the developer commentary, which was super interesting, and it made it worth purchasing the deluxe version. Probably not for most people, but, you know, I'm very into the analytical side of the art world, so I'm very much interested in that kind of thing. Like I said, we're going to be skipping cutscenes because that also is included in your timer, unfortunately. So you cannot enjoy the story as you go. Obviously, you don't want to do this on a first-time playthrough. So you want to be basically familiar with all of these puzzles. You know, you don't want to be trying to solve anything. You have to know the codes in advance. You know, you really just want to sprint through the game here. Speed run mentality. I am stopping, of course, to grab items and whatnot, so it's not a true speed run. A true speed run would be minimize every detour, you know, and probably try to use, like, quitting and loading back in. So there's this first enemy here. We are just going to straight up run past them. Now, normally this enemy is not an issue. He just disappears if you fight the first guy, but because we're just sprinting past them, he is an issue. They're going to continue following behind us here. so you cannot really stop and take a moment. So we're just gonna go straight for this store here. Talk to Baptiste, get the key. And yes, one thing to save time is you could press A here and open it, but we don't want to do that. So we got one for the clerk's office, one for the library. You know, if you played this before, you should know where these keys go. Now, granted, I'm not going to say that this is a guide 100% because odds are I'm going to make a wrong turn somewhere. So you can get a melee weapon down there, but we're not going to do that. We're not going to do any extra stuff. As you can see, the zombies are still here. Whereas, you know, if you actually fought them, they wouldn't be here right now. But we're sprinting past enemies. It's actually a lot easier to get past. If you know where you're going, that's the thing when you play this game the first time, you can't really play like this because you don't know where you're supposed to go. You don't know what items you're going to need, etc. So you can't really do this on the first playthrough. Whoa. He got me. So we're going to the Voodoo Lady's apartment. Got an enemy here on the right. Got this guy. I tried to get that health item, but I'm already full up. Once you get to this door, you can open it, and you don't have to worry about enemies. Even though she doesn't close the door, weirdly enough, it's still fine. So this first code here is 358, and as much as I love the decor, we cannot stop and look at anything.
I think it's meant to hold the talisman.
So I do recommend using the modern difficulty setting when you do this because it gives you those numbers on the side. It just makes things slightly easier. It doesn't really change the game all that much.
Where is that?
Really, it's just like that little number there, and also
Good to see you
the
again, Miss Hartwood.
boss battle at the end will have a health bar, and just little things like that. I mean, the characters still give you hints for everything, so it's really not the end of the world if you pick old school, but just to make things slightly easier. So we're going straight for the library here. I'm gonna grab the shotgun, and then we're gonna grab the bolt cutters and grab the plate over there. If you guys played this before, you already know. So skip a cutscene here. And this library, we're going to try to avoid going through that door again, because once you grab the shotgun, when you try to go back through that other door, you get jumped by 2 enemies, and you have to kill them both to progress. So, you know, we get our first jump scare of the game right here. Pretty good jump scare. I love that, you know, it's on something ordinary that we do, like opening the doors. I think that's pretty fascinating. Just to keep you uneasy. So they let the music do the heavy lifting for sure. The sludge stuff. I guess this is supposed to preview for the oil rig level that's coming up here. So of course we want to use the bolt cutters. And then we run out to the garden. There's probably ways to skip animations like that, but you know, again, not a speed run. We're just trying to get through this as quick as we reasonably can. I'm a normie, so I'm not a speedrunner. The closest I've gotten is Resident Evil 2 Remake, which I can beat in under an hour if I really hustle. But that's for S Plus mode. You have to beat that to get the infinite ammo weapons, which I did unlock, but I almost never use because I enjoy playing it as it's meant to be played. Oh, that's a detour we didn't need to take. So you grab that hose, of course, you come over here, you put it on this.
What's that?
And then you run back to the valve and open that up. And then we're going to run back. You know, I think I'm actually going to run back to... I might run back to the clerk's office so I don't have to continue to use... scroll down past the Baptiste keys. Probably should have used that already. Okay, so next we're going to the bedroom, I think, to get the other plate. Actually, we can go this way, silly me. We can go up this ladder. That's the quicker way. That's what it's there for, ladies and gents. So you're gonna learn from me, and you're gonna a lot quicker than me because I'm going to make all these mistakes. Originally, I had the thought not to record voiceover and just do commentary free, but I figured why not? Better than editing it in later. So we're going to unlock this just to use that key so it's not annoying me in the inventory, but we don't actually need to go in there right now. As far as I know. Actually, wait, maybe we do. Is there a key in there? Open. I don't think there is. Nope.
Sergeant.
Okay. Oh, this is a key right here. Yeah, we do actually need to go in here. So that's wrong. Ignore what I said. We need to go in there, guys. Because that's where we're headed next. That would have been an annoying detour to take. So do as I eventually do, not as I say the first time. Does that make sense? Love those statues there. They did say what artists they were inspired by in the commentary, but I do not remember offhand because I was not aware of the artist, though I think I've seen that artist's work before. Okay, so now we have our next code, and I just gotta check my notes here. So we just need to do, I don't know zodiac signs, so I remember like C's facing each other, the arch over the line, and then the little devil ear thing.
Ah, here we go.
Everybody asks what my zodiac sign is, and I just don't know and don't care. I don't care. People are like, when were you born? I was like, I don't know. I was born this day, and then they're like, okay, here's your zodiac sign. I'm like, alright, I'm gonna promptly forget this as quick as possible. Now, of course, there are all those sludge, all that sludge dropping from the roof. You want to dodge that if you can, because it does damage you.
I don't understand what's happening.
So, this puzzle's pretty simple. You just got to line up. The centerpiece doesn't move, thankfully, which makes this a lot easier. It would be a lot more annoying without that. So, got to swap these corner pieces. Actually, I think this goes over here, yep. And then I think this goes over here. We'll see if I was wrong about that. So if anybody's wondering, I'm playing on PC.
Did it break?
So this one is... This one is 643. Should have my notes printed out, but I just have them written down. On my notes app, of course. Alright.
It's showing me something.
So, we go back into the hallway we just came from, and now we're in the oil rig level. Moving right along here. Recording's only 13 minutes so far, so I think we're on pace here. We're already kind of significantly through chapter 2. Alright, running in here.
I did it. I opened up another dream.
And then we're going to not go in the first room yet because you just end up encountering a locked door that you need a key for, and the key is in here. So we're just gonna run over here. I'm gonna leave the flashlight on for most of the game. I think would be a good idea. Alright, and then we get this. I'm looking in these drawers just for ammo. Looks like we're full up on bullets. This first enemy is pretty easy to avoid. I did this on my first playthrough. Doesn't spawn until after you get the lever. So we're just gonna go skip all that stuff because I'm pretty full up on pistol ammo, I'm pretty sure, and could use some shotgun ammo, of course, but not gonna worry about it. Picking this up wakes up the enemy outside.
Ah, here we go.
You can hear him if you're listening. So I'm gonna grab that, because why not? We don't have a melee weapon yet. Now this guy, we're just gonna sprint, dodge if we have to, and then we're just gonna run straight there. He doesn't follow you up onto this wood, so you're good here. There's an alligator there.
It worked.
And halfway through walking across this bridge, she gets stunned. I don't know if there's any way. There's probably some way to stop that from happening, but again, not a speed run. We're just having a good time here. One of the items I missed when I was doing my collectible run is actually up here. It's back here to the right over here. There's an item over there, just so you guys know. Alright, so I'm gonna attempt just running past him and then just going ahead and breaking this. Again, I'm likely not going to be able to do the whole thing where I don't use any health items with this method, but I just kind of want to brute force everything. So there's collectibles in those buildings, you know, more ammo and all that. We're going to skip it, all of it. Now I do actually think that sneaking would be the smart thing to do, but I'm just running past everything. We'll see how it goes. Should be fine. I think if you took the time to sneak around these enemies, I think we're still gonna have plenty of time no matter what.
Damn it,
So,
there has to be a way to get to the other side.
I don't know how far those enemies follow you. Alright, we're sprinting here. Just gotta flip this lever. So far, not too bad. Go up the ladder. Of course, we're on easy mode. If we were playing on hard mode, those couple hits that I would have gotten might have killed me already. Because hard mode is pretty demanding on the player. I haven't experimented too much to see what the differences are, because I've only played on hard mode thus far. Because I'm a survival horror fanatic, so the idea of playing a survival horror game on easy mode, not my favorite thing. So if you guys played this part, you already know. You gotta grab this little sheet and then run back here and zip line down. Pretty simple.
Just don't look down.
This is a short cutscene, but we're still gonna skip it. And here we don't have to worry about any enemies or anything. Guy jumps out, but he's not going to attack us. And I find it interesting that we only see him in Emily's playthrough. If you are playing Carnby, this is the last time you see this enemy, which I think is interesting. I kind of wish we got a boss fight. I mean, it's a great design. They said it's inspired by a bat, and he doesn't have eyes if you get close to him. I stand by, we should have had a boss battle with him. But it's just kind of a stealth enemy that you can't kill in Emily's World War I section. Which is a great part story-wise and artistically, but probably the most annoying gameplay part because it's all stealth. But it is quicker than Carnby's part, so that's why we're playing Emily. Skipping this cutscene, of course. Skipping this next cutscene. And then there's a key right here. Or not a key, but a key item. We're going to use that to get in here.
It's wet shut.
And then there is another key right here. Cellar key. Okay. So now I have to test my brain to see if I remember everywhere to go. Let's go ahead and look at our keys. So we got the sitting room key. I think we'll do that first because remember, I'm going to avoid going that way because if you do go that way, I'm going to get jumped because of the shotgun. You pick up the shotgun and then there's that scene in the library where you get jumped. So we're going to avoid there because that'll just waste some time. And you have to kill them both. So I'd rather hold on to my ammo for when I really need it than waste it on just, you know, an optional encounter. I don't know if we're going to have to eventually go through there and just get jumped eventually. We'll find out together. But we're going to start with Cassandra's room because I already know the code. We have it written down here. The sitting room key is used right here. And we go ahead and use that. And then
Come on, Grace. I'm too
got another
tired for
cutscene to
games.
skip here. And then going to Cassandra's room. Now normally you grab a key here and then there's a puzzle to solve, but we're skipping all that. So we do the C's again, and then we do the no, Roman numeral 2, and then we do, I like to call this the sperm. It's juvenile, but it's easier to remember that way. Okay, so next we're going down to the boiler room. So we got to go back to the through the other hallway. And while we're there, we're going to use the other key item on the upstairs door, because we're going to want to use that later, and I don't want to have it in my inventory. This is optional. This is an optional detour that I'm choosing to take to save myself some time. Oh, door got in the way there. Keep that in mind. This right here. We do not want to deal with that. I suppose we could go this way. Now we'll eventually want to go through here, so we might as well go this way. There's a cutscene down below here. Now again, I'm not sure if this is the best way or not, but we are just going to go ahead, and I want to leave all the doors unlocked, so if I try to use that door later and it was still locked, I'd be kind of pissed, you know? So next we're going to the cellar. Although I think we're going to trigger this cutscene first. It might be optional now that I think about it. But I know we got a cutscene with the little girl here. And we might as well go ahead and trigger that. Interesting fact is the piano there. Oh yeah, we don't actually need that key, so we could have skipped this part. So, silly me, but it's good to be sure. So, there you go guys, you can skip that part, but I kind of want to unlock that anyway, because I think it'll be quicker for us later if we unlock those doors. So it might be, you'll have to decide for yourself. It might be worth it to unlock those doors, it might not be. So we're going in here. Again, we didn't go in here earlier because I'm just trying to save time. We are going to go ahead. That's the annoying part, is I shouldn't have picked up that medicine box key, because it's going to be in my inventory now. Oh well. So we got this part here. So this is the first of 3. Oh, we don't actually have a puzzle. There's a puzzle with switch boxes like that later in the game. There's 2 of them. So we need this valve handle. We're gonna run over here. So if you do the detour that I did, definitely don't pick up that that thing there. Let's see if we can get away with that. Might be able to. We're gonna sprint back here and interact with Jeremy's body.
Jeremy?
And then we'll be out of the dreamscape world after this little scene here, so I'm thinking that enemies shouldn't be a problem. But we'll see. Then we get the second piece of plate here. So there you go. Now we got the 2 parts we need. And this part might take you a bit of time.
It's also broken and missing some pieces.
So this church goes here. I'm not 100% sure about everything, so again, I don't think it's that desperate of a situation where I have to be like, oh, if I waste a millisecond, it's gonna ruin me. I don't think we have to worry about it that much. These types of challenges just kind of want you to have a basic working knowledge of the game. So they don't want you to try this on the first time through, of course. But this is basically just like, oh, I know what I'm basically supposed to do, and maybe it's that. No, this. Okay. I think I did this very well on my first playthrough, which was kind of fun. Gotta love getting things right on the first try. But I don't think that's what we're gonna have today. As much as I might like. I kind of forget where this guy goes. I want to say it's like that. Okay. Yep. And then this, I think, is over here. Or no, maybe up top. Yep. No. That goes here. Something's wrong. Something's wrong. There we go. Okay, so you can take that picture and memorize that. And I'm instead of looking at my notes, we're gonna do 975. Because obviously that one's right there. So 26 minutes in,
The talisman is showing.
and we're already
Something is
in the next dream scene here. Now this one I think will be a bit more of a challenge. But we're going to keep up the same strategy, keep up the same pace.
I'm in another one of Jeremy's dreams.
We're going to try to sprint past most of the enemies. Although I think we'll have to take some out here. Or it might be a more surefire thing to just shoot them and then keep going. So over there, there's some items. We don't want to go over there because it triggers an enemy. So we'll grab this. Use it on the door.
What's that for?
Oh, that's gonna kill me with the medicine box.
Here we go.
Alright. Well, we can actually just stop off and use that. Now there's an enemy that spawns in here. We're just gonna keep going. Ain't no thing. Keep running this way. Hopefully he doesn't follow us too far. Because we have to deal with enemies here. And with this water here, I don't want to mess with them. Alright. So you saw there, I used the bricks. And he might be following us. I hear somebody behind us. Let's go ahead and reload. Oh man, yeah, you cannot dodge in this water. So, alright. Well, looks like we're gonna have to use our health item, but I'm gonna hold out a little bit longer. So they recommend stealth here. I don't wanna, because I don't like walking slow. But all you gotta do is sprint in there. So no worries. It collapses behind you, so even if they could shimmy in there, don't worry about it. Alright, so now we're gonna go over here. It doesn't, you can go either way, doesn't really matter. I'm sure there's one that's faster. But there is an enemy down here. He's right there. Okay, one hit wonder. Yeah, that's the beauty of easy mode. You don't have to worry about that so much. I was hoping we'd get something in that coffin, but I mean, if you're worried about time, it's probably best not to worry about opening boxes. Just pick up stuff that's already on the ground. So there's a bunch of fire there, so I'm thinking like I have to take this guy out. But I don't know for sure. Alright, we're healing. No! No! That's fine. We're gonna quit the menu. I don't know if it adds your time or not. But, alright, we failed our healing mission. But that's fine. We're still on track. We're gonna go ahead and heal up. I'll go ahead and do it again. Since we've broken the mold there. Oh, that was interesting. Never seen that placement. So we're going the other way this time. I guess it would be faster just to go back up the same way. That's probably the quickest way. Alright, might as well, because if we don't kill him, he's just going to give us trouble out there. So, here we go. Now we're going to use this item. Yep, there's the other enemy. Okay, we're going to use pistol on this guy. There we go. Dang, I like easy mode. Not bad. Alright, let's keep going. So, obviously there were tons more places where we can grab ammo and all that. But there's a lot on the beaten path, you know, so you don't really have to go too far. I believe it's the other way around, yep. So you want the fingers pointing up to get this one. And I have a tip for how to remember the order for the next puzzle. This part is where you just sprint. And there is a trick to get through this faster. We'll see if I do it right this time. Let's go ahead and grab that. Whoa! Hey there. So if you go away from the light in that first fork, I think it's a little faster, if I remember right. So at that first fork in the road that you saw me pass there, I just went to the left. Now here we go. Got this item. Sacrifice. Collectible in there. I missed that one. That's one of the Heartwood curse items. Sheet music. Grab that in there. Now we're ready to enter. We'll see if any of the enemies that we left alive are going to be bugging us around here. They might. Got more ammo there. We don't need it. Okay. The trick with this is you want all of the pictures facing up. So, and the circles have to overlap. So you want this guy here. Fingers at the top. There you go. All of the pictures need to be facing up. That's what you need to know there. Alright, skipping this, and we're into chapter 3.
I've seen so.
Luggage
I
key.
need to find out more about Jeremy's pact with the Dark Man.
Alright.
He meant to go to Tarawaya. Maybe there is something
This
there
way.
that would help.
Notice I didn't mess with those paintings. I didn't mess with anything. We are just continuing on.
Jeremy's room.
And this gives us the thing we need for the telescope. We'll go ahead
It's a
and take that
telescope
down
box.
to the library.
Well, why would he lock it in here?
We're going to make a detour to get rid of the medicine box thing because it's a pain. I'm going to see if I can do it without picking up the other medicine thing, because that would just be another item. So, again, shouldn't have picked up that key in the first place. Just a pain. But we're making a little detour. Alright, we'll see what happens. Back. I think I took it. Yep. Okay. Well, you know, it's the same as... Oh, not this way. It's the same as having a random key that we're not going to use. So, Ignore that detour. Just don't pick up the thing in the first place. So the door we just went through is the one that will get us jumped if we go back through that way. Okay, silly me. We want to go here. Now, one fascinating thing with the developer commentary that they talked about is the reason they use this constellation here is that the concept is the main motif of the game is the human psyche versus nature. That is the main motif that goes throughout the entire game, and that's, you know, the sinking boat, the fact that they have the tree in captivity. There's all sorts of examples, but basically the developer was saying that they use the constellation as a stand-in for the Darkman because the metaphor is
Wait, what's going on?
that constellations
By
are
itself?
essentially
Okay,
human beings
great. So where's
making order out of the chaos of nature. So that is the conflict against the Darkman. So I thought that was interesting. I never thought of a constellation in that way before, so it was profound for me. Again, we're going this way to skip that little fight in there. Now, you would have to time it to see if it's actually worth it to do this detour. Because if you kill those enemies quick enough, it might just be faster. And of course, you could just never pick up the shotgun, but come on, is that really an option? So, we are going to the main room now. And I guess we could have gone the other way. But because we've unlocked everything, should be good. Nope, we can't go that way, actually. Oh, yep, we can go down this way. Yeah, it might be better to go through the door that we unlocked with the thing that goes under the door, that slides under the door. So that could be a little faster. But this is fine. Again, you don't have to be perfect. But if you haven't played this game enough that you need to look at the map every 2 seconds, you know, it's probably need to familiarize yourself with it a bit more. So here we go. And here we got, I don't know if we actually need to pick that up.
Ah, here we go.
And now we're in the library, which is a part that should be pretty simple to speed run. We'll have to see. Alright, so we're gonna run through the door, obviously. Run past our author man. We're gonna ignore all the things beckoning our attention. Jumping down. We're gonna run up here. Now the key with the Darkman is that there are 2 parts that are tricky, slightly, and basically you just have to kind of wait and let him pass. So I'll show you the spots that I used previously, as long as I don't mess it up. And if you do it right, no damage is taken. So we're just gonna go ahead and sprint right through everything, ignoring all the pages, all the books that we're trying to get. We don't need that. Here's the item over here. And then dun dun dun, we can't skip this cutscene. I love how they make you think he's gonna come out of that, and then he just shows up right next to you.
It's the Dark Man.
So one of the interesting things with the Darkman is that he shows up in the same level as the good guy, right? Like the Juan guy, the author. And it almost seems to be implied that they're like kind of the same person, just two different sides. So that's, okay. So here, you want to go up here, because it cancels him out, resets him. And then you want to run over here. And don't look at him, I think that, yeah, you want to avoid arcing the camera over there. So just wait a little bit, you see the black cloud kind of pass, and then you're good. There's some weird glitch with this cape. Did you guys see that? So yeah, that is a way to get out of that without getting hit. So yeah, that's the way I discovered to get out of that without any damage. And you gotta obviously not go right by that bookcase. So here, simple enough, just run over here. And then here you want to trigger him. Oh, okay. So he's waiting there. You gotta kind of peek in. Trigger him to start walking. See, I lost some health there. I got a little too close. Not a big deal though. But yeah, you want to try to avoid getting too close. Once the camera starts like zooming in and all that, you already know you're kind of screwed. So you want to avoid looking at him basically. So we're safe now, but they make us do this loop around. I don't know why. But I love the idea of this library here. You know, it's this place of safety and security. And as a fellow nerd, I relate to it. You know, I just don't want no Darkman in my happy place, you know what I mean? So the two cutscenes here, got the Ruth cutscene, and then here we are.
It was in the
Alright.
Greg's shipping.
They're giving me the pop-up for the
According to the book in
collectible items. Alright, so here I think we're gonna go ahead and take some enemies out, because it'll be kind of a pain if we don't. So, enemy comes bursting out of there, but if you go this way, he doesn't get triggered. And you don't need to trigger him, so don't go in there. We're going straight through this hole in the ceiling to get the key that we need. It might be worth shooting him if you can, just because another enemy spawns while you're in here, so we might have two to deal with when we get out of here. Yeah, I knew there was a health item in here. Might as well grab it. So that's the key we need for the crane. Yeah, we got two of these enemies. Whoop, okay. Let's go ahead and just continue on. So a lot of very conveniently placed bottles and whatnot for us to use. Shotgun shells there. Thankfully, he's probably gonna attack us as soon as we stop, but while you're looking at the item, you don't have to worry about it. So if you guys played this before, you already know. Enemies coming everywhere at once. And now I'm gonna corner myself here in a very sloppy fashion. So don't go this way, guys. This is very supremely stupid. But we got health items, so we're good. So don't go that way. I would recommend probably just taking those enemies out. There are bottles placed very conveniently, the Molotov cocktails. So just use the Molotov cocktails and go ahead and just take them out. That's my recommendation. So those 3 zombies that come up the stairs, take those out to specify. You can probably get past the rest of them just fine. I didn't even take him out on my main playthrough. So we're just gonna dome him. On a normal playthrough, I try to save ammo there, but you know what? We're about to get the Tommy gun, so we don't even need to worry about it. So as you guys could see, you know, it's a pretty sloppy playthrough that I'm doing. So this isn't like a gospel guide or anything to follow.
I made it inside the warehouse.
But I want to show
Let's
you
find
guys
address.
that these challenges are very doable. You don't have to worry about being perfect, you know, and that's why I'm leaving me dying that one time. I like to pick up the poker because it's a reference to the first game, which is always fun. So we're gonna go ahead and pick up this machine gun ammo. Safe code here is 454. You start left, so left 4. Four, 5, 4, and then it opens up. We need this item. Don't need to read it though.
This is it.
And it looks like we're
The
full
address
up.
to the theater where Jeremy first
So this fight, if you played this game before, you probably know that it's actually a lot easier than they make you think. But we are going to go ahead and take all these enemies out, I think. So we're going to use this bottle here, because they burst through here. Go ahead and use that. Then I run over here and use this one. And then take, I don't need that, I guess. Then we run up the stairs. Although actually, usually on hard mode, I'd run upstairs and use that one, but they're all done. So you only need 2 on easy mode. Learn something new every day.
Looks like the fog cleared up.
So that was the hard fight. We didn't even use a single bullet. This is why I don't play easy mode usually. But we're gonna run straight upstairs. I'm thinking my playthrough that I'm gonna do next without healing items isn't gonna be too bad. Cause I'll just save and a lot. Save scum, and if I get hit, just load. And obviously you can skip that final boss fight, which is the hardest part of the game. So you don't need to even need to worry about that. The second to last boss fight is just a joke,
Okay,
honestly.
So there is a way to break the path.
Alright, so now we need
Hidden somewhere inside
this
the
one,
Black Lantern.
258. There you go. Now we got this section here with the Egyptian temple, which is a cool section. There's actually the sun that we see right there. The sun we're about to see in the level. Nice little Easter egg.
Yeah.
So they talked in the director's commentary about how this section and the Arctic section, obviously they're opposites, polar extremes, extreme environments, and you know, human psyche against nature, but they are direct references to the original game. And it was a recurring theme in the director's commentary. It was like, we were inspired by the original game and we did this. So pretty much all the design choices they made came from the original game, which is really cool. You'll love
We
to
need
see
get
that.
down there somehow.
In this age where we have so many people like co-opting franchises that they're not passionate about, it was really refreshing to hear just how much reverence they had for the source material here. And it shows. It really does. So we're gonna... Oh, we don't need that. So yeah, there are journals that you find in the original game that reference him walking in sand dunes, as well as him exploring the Arctic. So it all comes from Jeremy's journals in the first game. Really cool. everything down to, you see the gesture that the statue is making? That gesture is a gesture of submission to the Dark Man. And you will actually find out that was also described in journals in the original game, which is just, again, awesome. Oh, shoot. Really shouldn't have missed that first shot, but, you know, it's all good. Got some bats. Obviously, if you played this before, you know where they spawn in. Pull this lever. This is just to train us to pull levers and then grab these so that they can do variations later. Puzzles are relatively simple here. Probably faster on keyboard and mouse, I would imagine. Okay, so first things first. I forget if we're going left or right first. Yeah, we're going left here first. As soon as we come over here, those bats are there. And then as soon as we start to move this, more bats show up. Oh. Thought we got you. Alright, I guess that is him done. So there's this door over here we unlock. I like that we set fire to the banners as well. So we just are gonna go straight ahead and fix that towards the statue. Just go ahead and reload. Grab this. I love to use the machine gun against those bats, so I think it's easier than trying to use pistol ammo. Of course, they don't take a lot of damage to kill, so it is tempting to try to hit them with the pistol because you don't want to waste your good ammo, right? But they're the exact kind of enemy that this is for. So we're going over here, bursting that open, pulling this lever. Gonna open that, see if there's anything in there. Oh, I thought we almost got stuck. You can get stuck in this game a lot. It is a problem. Okay, which is why I'm glad that there's no beat the game without saving thing. So you can go that way, but it's quicker to do this. Oh, no, it is actually this one over here. But yeah, there is that door that you can bust open. There's no reason to go in there. I forget if bats show up for this one. I want to say probably. There you go. Okay. So now we want to go down that way. Because it's slightly quicker than going the other way, because there's that part you have to crouch through. So, efficiency. Obviously, you don't want to do a heavy attack if you can help it. So, here we got some monsters to fight. We're just going to dome them. I missed that second shot. Would have made my life a lot easier if I didn't miss. Yeah, okay. That's that. Reload. Need to use some pistol ammo because it keeps... They like to punish you with giving you more pistol ammo that you don't need. You know what I mean? So we burst through that. Pull this. Go ahead and point the eye. If you beat the game, you already know how these puzzles work. Alright, go ahead and do that. Okay, we got our third and final eye. What more do you need? Going up this way. It's a little quicker. This dumps us right where we need to be. Not quite, but, you know, close enough. I do think it's the fastest way, but somebody could prove me wrong about this. Okay. Now, of course, we don't have any doors to unlock with that one, which is nice. And this is a part where things go a little crazy. Okay, so crouch through here. Things are getting crazy. So we're gonna avoid fighting any enemies on this way out. We'll use one bullet to stun an enemy if possible, because obviously dodges are mixed bags, and I'm sure somebody will probably figure out that you can dodge through the entire game to move quicker. You know, that might be a thing. I'm not doing that here. I'm not doing any weird fancy tricks. This is like an everyman guide. So this enemy coming up straight forward on the stairs is the one I'm going to try to stun. And fail to stun, which is fine. I think if you were more strategic about it, when his head flinched back, I think we might have been able to do that. Enemy there. He might be following you at this point, so don't take any time. But once you get through this door here, it collapses. Or not collapses, there's a stone there. So now we just get the item that we need. And we are dumped back in the mansion.
Big start.
Chapter 4. Skip cutscene again. Okay. So we don't actually need to go to Dr. Gray's office.
It's getting rough up there.
I do not believe. So there's cutscene here.
We could just
Skip. I love the green mood lighting they use to give it a nightmarish feel. It's not something you're even conscious of until they tell you about it in the developer commentary, which I do recommend checking out.
what is going on here?
Okay, so
It's blocked.
can't go that way. Part of me is wondering if they would just make us get jumped just for fun. So they make us do this walk because they want to show us the tree one more time,
It looks
which I think is smart design. And they even have the character comment on it. So smart design. It's a very smartly made game. Very thoughtfully done. Okay, so running through there. And we don't actually need to go in there. Because basically Dr. Gray's office gives us the key to the cellar, which we actually don't need to get. So we're going here to trigger this cutscene.
Hey, little.
And he drops this key on the ground. Oh. We're in the little girl's room. We don't want to be in there. We want to pick up this key.
I'll just borrow these.
And then we'll go straight there. Now this next part is her World War I section, stealth section. The key to the safe in here is 918. Ooh, they got rid of the medicine thing. That's nice. So the dark man is summoning us into the room. And I love this idea that, like, we're tricked into thinking that we lived here. So it's
I know
9.
the combination.
Wait.
Maybe?
9, 1, 8. Obviously, that number's on the ring in her inventory if you forget.
Darling? How long have I
So
been?
we go ahead right into this room next door.
Ruth, are you there? No.
And this part is a little quicker than dealing with Carnby's part, because Carnby's part we got some combat. I actually like his section gameplay-wise more. As cool as it is to be in the trenches, you know, like
I'll find you, John.
it's definitely, this is the most like emotionally powerful part of the game in my opinion. Specifically the revelation with her once you get back. But basically we're just kind of sprinting through this. We'll have to do stealth for part of it. But it's deceptively it's what is going on here? What is happening? Do I need to load my save or something? It's not working. Okay. Well, we'll go ahead and quit out to the main menu. Load back in. Should be fine. I didn't check my time there, but you can see on the main menu how long you've been playing.
I'll find you, John.
That's the timer the achievement is based on. Of course, you can see the enemy there. And the trenches are way deeper than real life. But they said they did that on purpose, because they wanted to give it a claustrophobic feel, and they don't want to have to they don't want you to focus on what's going on in the distance. So that was weird. Yeah, I mean, this game just launched last week, you know, so it can be a little buggy. The biggest glitch I had is getting stuck on objects. But thankfully the game is very generous with autosaves, so totally fine. I haven't done a single manual save yet. So there's items to grab. You can try to find some stuff if you want. I personally would like more shotgun ammo, but we're gonna need it when we get to the boat. I hope we can pick up some along the way. There's all these parts where she stops and looks back.
Oh God, I thought I was done with you.
So we're gonna let him walk past. Now, you can outrun him. I actually did it. I triggered him by accident in my last playthrough. So you can get away with it, but we're gonna do the safe way. Once he gets past us, he stops here and then does his thing. Once he walks past us, we'll sneak for a second. But then we'll just go ahead and... Yeah, I triggered him by accident on my last playthrough. And he... Yeah, see, he knows that we're there. But it's actually fine. And you can just kind of outrun him. You know. His attacks do a ton of damage, though. So... Now here we're going to try to... we're going to give this enemy the old runaround, the classic survival horror trick here. So we're going to run him this way. That's the idea, but he stopped to do a slime ball thing. Okay, yeah, he's not going to let us do that. I was going to try to run him around there, but oh well. It's fine. It's fine. So just dodge past him. Okay, now here you want to sneak like as soon as you get down here, but I think I already might have messed it up. So just go straight into position. He's headed this way. Sneak. Yeah, see, he's headed that way, but you can get away with... He doesn't hear that for some reason that I don't understand. So, it is what it is. I don't get it. He doesn't hear you hitting the thing, which is fine with me. Yeah, you want to go to the trenches. So turn left there. Continue. No, I'll stick with the firefighter. See, he knows where we're here. Oh, shit. He's right behind us. Whoa. It's all good. Don't worry about him too much. Should be done with him now. Like I said, I kind of hope for a boss fight with him. Thought I went the wrong way there for a second. But alas, I did not. So yes, I play on PC and I use a controller. It's just how I like to game, okay? It really is, I just find it slightly more immersive. Now of course you get caught here. But I don't know if you can really... I do like this little scene here, it is kind of freaky. So now we're crawling. Basically, we just crawl out here and then trigger a cutscene, and then we wake up in the basement. Alright, let's go. Trigger a cutscene. I love pixelated Emily. Alright, skip these cutscenes. Go right. Then this happens.
Oh, come on.
This part's kind of annoying, for real. But it's all good. Yeah, your light runs out. They're just trying to freak you out a little bit. They're just trying to freak you out. So we got this little puzzle here. Oh, nope. Dang, I did this perfectly earlier today, but that works too.
That's better.
Just fiddle with it. So one of the items you need is in here. The other one you need is right here. And the key with this is all of the pictures are, you can see in the upper left-hand corner, you can see the name of the room, and you just line them up, and they all are facing up. And the folder goes in the upper left. So that's it. It's easier than you might think. More over here. There we go.
What's that?
And then, you know, we find her husband's body. Very tragic. Very sad. Great cutscene here. Probably the best in the game. And that is the key we need to get out. So now we're in the basement, and this is why we're playing as Emily, so we don't have to go into the Dr. Gray's office to grab the key for the cellar, because we just end up here anyway. Now, you want to hurry up and get out of this room, because there is a jump scare here, if you Now, actually, now that I think about it, I don't actually know that cutscene triggers, but it might. So you grab this, and I like to grab this too, because you will need that. But you can decide what order. You can grab that on your way back if you want. Basically, just go in here. You gotta stop the radio. That's all you need. This is one of the scarier parts in the game, in my opinion. That jump scare over there is probably the best one in the whole game. But we're not here to get scared. We're here to get achievements. We're here to achieve great things. And we get another one of these puzzles. Lucky day. There we go.
Oh, that's better.
There are definitely easier ways to do those. Okay, so with this one, the one with the name on it goes on the bottom, and you want it to be facing up. Maybe there's another way to do this. This is how I've always done it. And then I believe it's this one. No, it's actually not. It's this one all the way on the right. And then it's this one on the left. Super simple. And the great thing about this is after we get this thing, we're heading straight up to the attic. We have to go this way no matter what. So we get another little dream scene here. I like this one. It's pretty cool. Love the visuals. Again, it's this is the nature versus the human psyche. So dun, 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 dun. So I reckon we're at like an hour and 30 minutes or something. I don't know. That one bounced on me. Go, go, go. If you played this before, you already know what's happening here. And it dumps us right where we need to go. Now this will open.
I guess I never got a chance.
What's
to look
interesting
at
is we
this
get a...
place.
You can unlock a scene here that's really fun. It directly quotes from the first game. Just kind of references the inspiration. Because obviously Jeremy died at the beginning of the first game. But they're basically like, it's an alternate reality. So this one, it's right here. 641. Alternate reality from the first game. 641. Silly me. Nope, I want to go this way. It's quicker. You can definitely speedrun this way quicker. Now this is probably one of the more annoying parts in the game, in my opinion. The bugs. But, you know, it should be fine.
This feels familiar somehow.
Now we have to listen to Jeremy.
Is anyone there?
Jeremy, where are you?
Now I'm sure their speed runs are going to be like loading your autosave to skip these cutscenes, you know? Like that'll be a big part
Hang
of
on,
it.
Jeremy.
Quit out to
I'll get the
menu,
boat
load
right
back
up. I'll get
in.
you out of here.
But we're not doing any fancy stuff. Oh, there was ammo back there. Tempted to grab it. Let's see. I'm hoping it's shotgun ammo. Yes. That was a good move. Okay, so this enemy encounter. I don't know if you can avoid that. I think I have like once, but I don't know. I'm not gonna bother to kill him all the way. Well, let's go ahead and heal up and grab that. Might as well. Okay, so heading up.
Run aground, crashed right into the bayou.
Obviously, we're not gonna make
If I
any
get the medal
detours
right,
here. We're gonna
I could trade back and get.
straight to turn the power on. That's what we need to do here. Don't need to do any other fancy stuff. None of that fancy stuff like grabbing items. Psh, who needs that? Quicker to go this way. I think there's more shotgun ammo here. I thought there was. Maybe it depends on how much ammo you have at the moment. Obviously, you can take this out. And keep getting caught on stuff. So I've made the mistake of like leaving this room way too early. But basically, you grab the fuel, you fill it up, and then you fill up the tank, and then switch the lever. It's too many steps, and I wonder why they put them all in the same room. It's just a little tedious. And usually with key hunting, you're doing it to force you to explore more. So we'll turn that first, but you gotta grab fuel cannon here. We run over here. More health there if you need it. Remember, press back every time that an item comes up, because if you press open, it just
I think it just needs.
takes you to the inventory, wastes some time. So we do that, flip the switch. I walked out of here without flipping the switch, and it was very annoying. So now there's going to be bugs everywhere, but we're sprinting. We're sprinting and dodging, as usual. As you can see, like, we're not really fighting too many enemies here. Well, I'm going to experiment here. When we get down below deck, there's basically a switchboard that you flip to trigger the next cutscene. So just go ahead and run in here. Keep running. Oh, and they said that song that is playing there is actually from the original game. It is the song that is used to make the ghosts dance. There's a part where you have to make ghosts dance, so you play a record for them. There's one record works to make them dance, and that is the song that's playing there. I was like, whoa, dude, I didn't notice that. That's awesome. And I just played that game too. You'd think I would notice things like that, but alas. Okay, so we're gonna try not to fight these enemies. There we go. That simple. You don't have to fight those enemies. So we're gonna skip that. I just wasted some time. It's fine. Okay. Now.
A ghostly voice sound.
Apartment time. Almost forgot what part of the game we're at. Oh yeah. We gotta go up and around. Love the spooky sound design in this part. Health there. Ooh, that door opened for us. Isn't that nice? So this part is a bit annoying because
Miss Hartwood, lock the door, will you? I'd rather not.
we can't
run
skip
into Dr.
these.
Gray if I can help it.
But
This feels strange.
I do love this
Oh,
out-of-body
very
experience. They said in the commentary they briefly considered making this whole game in fixed camera, but they decided it was too limiting. But they wanted to have this, because Chapter 4 is all about making the character think that they're crazy. So they thought that this was like an out-of-body experience.
Secret door.
And I think it was brilliant. And it was a
Looks like
nice little
Careful.
heads
I'm gonna
up
go
to the
first.
original, and yeah, it's really worth listening to that if you like this game as much as I do. I mean, this is like my third playthrough. No, my 4th playthrough. Okay, so we
Now
got
we're
another little
talking.
cutscene here, and then we
Good
run in
job.
that back room. We're gonna make a detour to do Emily's secret ending, just to show you guys. This is where you
Should
do
I
it.
even be doing this? Do I want to know?
I think this is slightly quicker than doing the other secret ending. That painting's
Jesus
so
Christ,
unsettling,
why
dude.
would you paint this, Jeremy? What on earth is this?
So this is a tiny bit quicker than going into chapter 5 and finishing
Oh God.
the other secret ending, giving Gracie the toy. Isn't that just so
Can't believe I
unsettling? I
didn't
mean,
see
that
that before.
painting might be the creepiest thing in this whole game. But we're going to use Emily's dark ending to finish this up. So basically we unlock this,
has
the
something
phone
to do with the numbers
rings,
for the talisman.
got another forced cutscene we can't do anything about. And then we go over here. Obviously those markings on the floor are the solution to this next puzzle here. But yeah, we can't skip this, unfortunately. So pretty much we just have
Hello?
this last boss fight and that's the game.
Who's there?
So you saw how few enemies I fought in this whole game. We don't have to do the
Jeremy
final
is
boss
with the
fight with the
Dark
tree.
Where? Who is he?
So
What
we're
is the Dark
effectively
Path?
done, other than this really in my opinion, really simple and easy boss fight. And if you just use the machine gun, you can pretty much just kill him with 3 full clips. But you can just use whatever. It's not a big deal. So here we do... what was it again? I think it's this. Yep. Okay, so we're back over here. Fortunately, you can't sprint in this part, and it can be a little. And we got this other force part. See, this will be the most annoying
You heard
part
the
to speedrun.
telephone,
It's
right?
like, bro,
No, the
it
telephone's
just
cut off.
slams
checked
to
all.
grinding halt at this part.
Yeah, that's what I figured.
Then there's another force part.
Hey, Mr. Carnby?
What?
Nothing, right?
It's a closet.
That's
So
right,
I sincerely
detective.
hope that they
See you
do
later. I have to
a
finish
sequel
this.
to this, because I'm really
You're
really
going
enjoyed this,
inside
and
the closet?
just the
I know what it
hearing
looks
the
like, but I
team
can't
behind this
explain it
talk
until
and
it's
just
just
how they think, it's really smart.
Alright.
They know what they're
Do what you have to
doing. They
do now.
deserve another shot.
Goodbye, detective.
I think it's only going to get better if they do. But I don't know. Not seeing a lot of hype other than, you know, hardcore survival horror people, so we can hope though. Alright, don't even bother grabbing the fucking flare gun, it's useless anyway. The flare gun was a disappointment. I was hoping it would be a power weapon. I was in the boss fight over there trying to use it. It's just not useful. Yeah, you don't have to interact with any of that stuff. If you really squint, you can already see the exit. The flare gun really is just for this part. It's not for anything else. So I'm gonna go ahead and load this up. On the right here, there will be a bunch of ammo for us to grab. And then I will show you how we unlock Emily's secret ending. We had to interact with that painting there. You have to find the Heartwood Curse collection of items. Oh. So there's health there. Ice pick there. Now, yeah, okay. Ordinarily there would be more ammo there, but since I'm like speed running and I have barely even used here's a part where your character does the slow walk because they're trying to build anticipation for this thing and make you look at it and be like, what is that? Which is amazing on the first try, and I don't mind it. But on a replay, it's like, alright, come on, let's go. So, yeah, this fight's really easy.
Who are you?
Can't skip
What do
this
you want?
cutscene either.
Hey, we can talk about this.
Let's be friends. Let's not fight and let's be friends, please. I don't want to shoot you in the face. Just make sure you dodge. That's it. That might be like the first time I really used that pistol all game. Alright, so just go ahead and run up here. That sacrificial dagger is also from the first game. There's this character called the Vagabond that you need to use that on. So if you go left, that's a lot quicker here. I like to start from the innermost one and then move out from there. Oh, wrong way. Dang it. See, if you speed run, you really know what you're doing. You can do this really well, I'd imagine. Oh, nope, I've messed that up. And I'm not entirely sure which way it's supposed to be, but just keep turning it and eventually you'll get it. Yeah. There we go. So skip this cutscene, then we got our boss fight. Go ahead and unload. Dagger. Go ahead and unload. This is even easier on easy mode, of course. I mean, I'm done after this, so don't need to worry about ammo. Alright, so you want to skip this cutscene and then right on the thumbstick. Right on the thumbstick. And it doesn't really load in time. But she's submitting to the Dark Man here. Skip the cutscene again. Boom. Saw the achievement unlock on the screen. I don't got all night. Finish the game in 3 hours or less. That's how you do it, baby. Really that easy. Make sure you gather those collectibles so you can get that evil playthrough. Or if you don't have that, but you have the other secret ending with the girl, Gracie, you can go ahead and just do that. And then, you know, you'll skip a couple of extra cutscenes in 5, and then you go to the little girl, you give her the toy, and that's the end. So, you know, obviously you can do that with Carnby as well. You just got that extra little play part where you gotta... Yeah, you do have to fight, I think. I don't know if you can really get away with just running away, but... Yep, that's the game there. Let me know what you guys think, and if you want to see more guides for this, I might do that. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the guide and learned something from it, especially my screw-ups. And with that, it's been your boy Shuggy. I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching, everybody. Peace out.